Welcome, people. I'm greeting every person, place, and thing in existence within this galaxy. All right? Y'all are now going to be vibing for a little segment with one of the greatest deities walking around on the planet Earth today, known as Nathaniel. That's right. This is my Facebook page. We're also streaming via YouTube. All right? So what you want to do, as you come on in, make sure you hit your heart button. It's going to be important that you hit your heart button because you're going to need clarity. You're going to have the ability to use correct discerning, disseminationing. Okay? This is where you want to come on a high vibe. And I'm going to give every person, place, and thing a warning now. Y'all know how I get. I play no games. Even when you think it's a game, you're being played. You make mistakes. That's your fault. You thought it was a game when you met me, when you stepped up to the plate. And so therefore, you got elevated. That's all. It's a win-win situation when dealing with me. You got to understand that. And if you don't want to evolve to greatness and supremacy, then you need to be running somewhere, far away, just like Satan. Satan want to stay evil and wicked. So he check in, ask me questions, get permission on things. But Satan not around me never too long. You can't mix water and oil, but it can stay side by side. Yo, we're speaking healthy today. This is Healthy Sunday. I do think that is the title of the segment, the gathering which we're here in. So be prepared to get healthy. Once again, we're going to welcome every person, place, and thing in existence. I'll be the host this morning, Nate the Great. All right? So one of the concepts that we have as being cosmic deities and supreme beings is this idea of building and destroying. Build and destroy. Say that to yourself. I want to build and destroy. Now, what we're going to build and destroy is not our neighborhood. No. We don't want to destroy relationships. What we want to destroy is the negative illogical, irrational, and anti-way of living, which would be anti-life states of our ethics and etiquettes. See, everybody, every person, every place, and everything on planet Earth is sick right now. That's why you see the calamity in which it's going through in existence. What you see now in existence, whether it's without, within, from the back or from the front or side to side, it's a cleansing, a healing process. Even God Almighty. Do you think God Almighty stays stagnated? Or do you think she continues, or she continues to evolve to greater states and heights of thoughts and vibration? I think you know better. Because God is infinite. I'm eternal. When they showed you the Energized Bunny Rabbit, they were just giving you a little visual, a brain tease of what the Almighty is. Check. There's nothing greater than you in existence. And there's never been, out of my over 90 years of being on this planet, you hear me? Have one nigga come to prove me wrong. That someone is greater than you. You just can't do it. I got the juice, my niggas. I got the juice, and I'm sharing it with you. I got the fountain of youth, and I'm sharing it with you. Don't go running looking for some fluids or liquids. What not age or re-age. You gotta get the we gotta get the right concept of what it is if we're to move forward. Because keep in mind, doesn't anything stays the same. The only thing that stays the same is the eternal you. Other than that, everything else isn't real. Anything that doesn't anything that doesn't last forever isn't real. Think about it. The only thing that's forever is you. No relationship, no job at work, no new car, nothing lasts forever. As soon as you get your new cell phone, you're gonna drop in that glass gonna break. As soon as you buy that new yacht, a whale gonna come and put a hole in it. You're gonna have to get a new one, another one. What we building today, we keeping in the science and the mathematics of the energetic uh, 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 magnetic frequency and code of 8 within the realm of it's going to be only the United States. Now, I'm not going to get into how and why I come up with it like that. Just know this. And like I said, excuse me, there's a concept that comes from that of the nation of gods and earth, or nation of Islam. And it's out of their, what is it, the supreme mathematics, build and destroy, number 8. And because your timetable chart that they have you on is dated 8, look at your calendar, right? It's 12/8. So we working with the 8 because that's the day, and the period is going to switch. You see? Now, if you want to work with the 12, the 9, I mean the 8, and the 2024. Just don't put 24. You got to put the 2024. You can go ahead and do that science too, that mathematical code. However, to be more simplified and breaking it down on an easier term and manifesting at will that which is at task at the hand, you deal with only the day's date. You see, because each day changes. You see. So, for instance, yesterday you were supposed to be coming all you can be in everything that you do. I don't care if you're handing out forks at a party. That shit's supposed to be smooth. You see? I drop the fork and still grab it. Keep it in motion. Keep it flowing. Because why? He's perfect. You see? Because I do this on every seven. Every seven that comes around. So you gotta understand. Nikola Tesla didn't give you all the information when he was talking about of the 3, 6, and 9. You gotta work all the mathematics. Not just 3, 6, and 9. 3, 6, and 9 was just for a particular an event, occurrence, and an affair. Let me be clear. People, I don't want you go running through the Google or looking in any books trying to find the information that I'm talking about. That's futile. You'll be wasting your time. I'll be wasting my time if I'm sitting here telling you about what Wilson Carter and W.E. Du Bois and Malcolm X and Martin Luther King has already done. God damn, don't you think I know you know that enough? Some of you niggas don't even like that stuff. Most of you American niggas don't like it. And I know you don't because you etched and destroyed the black man out the picture of everything. So I don't need to ask you, do you fear the black planet? By the way you vibrating, I know you fear the black planet. I don't know who you think you playing with. But I told you it's not a game. So that means you shouldn't even came to the table playing at all. I don't care if it's a chess set, cards, or pinochle deck. Dominoes. We don't play games, B. And especially in the mental. Check? All right. So we need to be building on our ethics and etiquettes. The way we do things in our life. The way we think and the way we're eating. This is important. If you're to have heaven here on earth while you live, my nigga, please don't be waiting to die to go to heaven. You can enjoy heaven here, right here on earth while you live. You ever be in perfect unison of that with your goddess or your god? For some of you, your significant other, huh? Which you won't be able to get a complete utopianism and state of existence of heavenly if your mathematics is not of that code. But I don't want to get too deep with it. Okay. So when you're in that relationship, your bills is paid. It's Saturday. Okay. You want to go out, get y'all a good meal. Maybe you want to go to the mall, pick up a few items. You know what I'm talking about? The kids is somewhere with money in their pocket enjoying existence. You know what I'm talking about? What you say? Damn, it feel like I'm in heaven, don't you? Yeah, I can read your mind. I can see you right there sitting in the chair or driving in your vehicle down the street. Look at her. Look at him. Talking about this, I'm in heaven. You niggas got your Gucci glasses on. You know what I'm talking about? Your Pradas, your Fendis, your Victoria's Secrets. You know what I'm talking about? You feeling good, aren't you? You in heaven. Can't nobody come and tell you nothing. So we're speaking on a healthy Sunday today. Today is the day. Look, my good Christian people, they already know it. They talk about that the Lord has made. Of course the Lord is making it today. You're the Lord. What else you gonna do? That's just as worse as the concept you hear some individuals say, I'm blessed. I'm glad I woke up. Boy, I'm alive. Everything is alive. The donkey down the road, the cat up in the tree, that's alive. Anything that vibrates is alive. But are you living? Are you living a quality life? A good quality state of existence? I don't care if I died at 23 years old. I would have want all 23 of my years to be a total utopianism for me. I would have been satisfied. Shit. If y'all came back and you showed me on the computer, like, look, dog, you know how y'all talk in America. Dog, you don't want to call me God. So that's why I'm teaching you, turn it upside down, inside out. Everything that they taught you. And I made a mistake. Hold on. We have to do our disclaimer. We're going to do this disclaimer. I got to give a little warning now. This is important because I don't want nobody to say that they didn't know. You know what I'm talking about? The things that I say and the things that I post on my accounts, it may and will cause original thoughts to develop and have you questioning your program and indoctrinated thinking. Okay? Let me give that out as a warning now. All right? Yeah. That's important because, right, again, I'm going to be dropping high power information, and what I'm telling you is not to be found in no book. You should not be running around cross-referencing. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna drop some knowledge, but you from other people, but you best better know we're gonna have to upgrade that. We ain't gonna just sit there and regurgitate the same thing that you already got A's in. You know what I'm talking about? Like, what the heck is that for? That'll be wasting your time. You don't want to do that, do you? What did I tell you? You want a good quality life. So a good quality life is not wasting time. Is not a, 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 a requisite, right? A requirement for God to have a peaceful and blissful state of existence. Right? So all of us are sick. Everybody's sick. If you were here in America, if you're breathing, I just seen them spray the skies. So I automatic. What I'm supposed to do? Oh shit! They're spraying the skies there. Now you want me to run around and get an oxygen tank? You want to get that deep with it? I gotta walk around with a hazmatic suit on, with the oxygen tank on the back. You know how them people look, all white on. No, you adjust. The body metamorphosizes. You see? You adapt. That's what you do. You hear me? Okay. So be sure y'all checking my Facebook page. I'm dropping high power information on there. I'm gonna give my energy and love out to my aunt Golda Cross. Okay, and my entire family, and Facebook and friends, and my haters. Not forget you haters. I'm not gonna say no names, but you know who you are. Just make sure you're gonna be a good follower of me. See, because my haters, I learned that a lot of qualities that I have, they emit it. You know what I'm talking about? They kind of like pick it up. And so my haters are some of my best students. Not the ones who sit up front and agree with me on every goddamn thing I'm saying and liking every post. And no, they're going to live well. They're just doing that because they say, yeah, that's the shit. You know, like, yeah, oh, I already knew that. Ain't good with you. But the haters, them the ones is your unalike. Like attract, unalike repels. So they only hate you because they want to be like. Oh, somebody make sense of it all. You got to before you leave Turtle Island. Do not leave Turtle Island with not risen yourself to the God degree. Are we clear with that? Because guess what, buddy? You doomed to have a repeat voting for going to school and telling the teacher, no, Christopher Columbus didn't discover America. Because that's what they're going to keep trying to push down your throat every time you incarnate here. In fact, Elon is making it more better for the people who's being, let me put it more professional, because I don't want to say he's making it more better. However, Elon is doing a professional job in maintaining master and manipulation of their practice being governors. They're governors. Okay? In other words, we have to look at the Bible. It tells you, slaves, be obedient to your masters. They instill this in your head. You people are cattle. They are the sheep herders. You better maintain and have the mindset that's needed to perpetuate and institute their bureaucracy, or else you are anti-American. Period. Now, am I saying you shouldn't be American? No, I'm not. I like America. I like the American people. They got Christmas coming up. They just got finished celebrating Thanksgiving. Them niggas be having fun. It's you niggas that's miserable and run around here telling everybody what they should be and what they shouldn't be. You on this planet wasting your time telling somebody that it's wrong for them to be a Muslim or a Christian. Debating, arguing whether Christmas should be celebrated or not. Man, have you not come up yet with your own reason and function for doing what you do? And stop. Oh man. Man, you should be able to go to Thanksgiving and eat whatever it is on the table that they have to offer. Maybe you don't eat none of that shit, but then don't eat. Drink some water. Ask them if they got a piece of fruit. They're always going to have fruit and vegetables. Come on now. They might ask you, why you ain't eating the turkey? Why you ain't? Just say I don't like turkey. You never know. They say, well, you know what you like next Thanksgiving? You know how white folks are. We'll have it for you. Oh shit! You gotta speak up your mind. You don't have to go and tell them people, oh, y'all shouldn't be eating the turkey or you shouldn't be eating the pig. They want to eat the pig. Some of these people created to eat the pig. What the heck do you think the pig is for? For you, it may be dangerous, but for them, it may be a cancer. Know thyself. It don't say know the people. I'm constantly learning me, man. It's on. The more you see you, the more phenomenal you are. There is no ending. So why are you wasting your time and you're not practicing self? When you gonna start? Huh? Today? Give me a date, goddammit. Get in the comment section. I don't give a fuck if it's next year. Make a date when you gonna start doing you. Figuring out you. Never mind Christopher Columbus. Never mind what the president said. Never mind what the teacher said. Never mind what my father said. Never mind what my mother said. Never mind nothing outside of my mind. It is in me that I trust. Not no God. Not you. You don't know shit. Diddly. You think I'm gonna trust you? Yeah. Throw some salt and pepper on it and make sure you put a lot of garlic. I can't eat that shit. You want me with high blood pressure. Garlic eats out the insides. I know other than what they told you is a good remedy. Did I say it wasn't? But I said I can. Just like an iguana can't eat spinach. You'll kill it. Did you know that? But Popeye can. And all this time you ran around here and thought that milk did the motherfucking body good. Excuse my language. Let me calm down. You thought that milk did your body good? Huh? Now they got prostate cancer, worms, parasites. Because it's pus. And the bones ain't no good. Y'all ain't see the Simpsons cartoon? He thought he was drinking milk. He said, damn. I think he picked up the glass or something. Something happened that didn't cause for the bones to really be injured. And he was like, wow, I thought milk did the body good. And he went to go to grab the container. Instead of W40, that shit, WD-40, that shit just said W40. Not knowing that there's elements in it and others that was taken out. And it was called Monk. Look at that cartoon series. Hey, Google, my iguana eat spinach?
According to Kenobi Lake Veterinary Hospital, a basic iguana diet should include the following: watercress, dandelion, spinach, kale, romaine, escarole, mustard greens, collards, yellow wax beans, parsley, blackberries, turnip greens.
What vegetable will kill an iguana?
I found these results.
Eggplant, rosemary, sage, and rutabaga are all toxic to an iguana. I do think that spinach is one. I wouldn't give my I had a book And this was back in the day though. This was like in the 80s. So maybe they meant, of course, what's wrong with the information, and I'm not sure. However, my point is we have to learn what is best and suitable for the individual. And if you notice, the diets of that over in Asian country is much different than America. I want you to take note how America even has ingredients in their foods that are that are banned in other countries. So that right there ought to tell you something. Why are you eating foods, ingredients that are banned, that are harmful? Never mind banned. Let's get away from that. I don't want you to focus on, because that's, we're not into politics, and I'm not going to court and all that. Let's look at it for what it is. Why am I eating food that will kill me? You people ain't questioning these things? Y'all don't want to address this? Huh? So papayas, you definitely want to be taken to clean out parasites. Everybody, if you living in America, you eating these foods, we pretty much 99% of those, 99.9% of us, is, unless we're conscious of it and we're making a conscious decision to do the cleanses and fasts and uh, healthy states of living, dealing with our vital minerals and our herbs, okay, right? Then we're pretty much going to develop something, because what causes sickness, or let's say what you know as sickness, it's not really you getting sick. Actually, what takes place when you think you're sick is your body is over acidic and it wants to rid itself of a certain uh, element that's in your body that you are overdosing on. All right? Everything is natural. And we're going to get into that as we read from our book titled African Holistic Health. All right? African Holistic Health. And again, this is a healthy Sunday that we're sharing together. That's the title of the segment and the vibration and the energy grid that you are in. Not the title of what we Facebook and all that stuff like that. Don't worry about Facebook and all that. I want to train your mind not to get into the worldly political things and the, what they would call the mm, forgot what they would call this, but it's all about when you speak, when you talking, when we're viewing, visualizing. It's all about me, how I'm seeing this for me. This is the state you must be in when we're sharing information, because this is what we're doing. Downloading and making transformation of informationing. The whole universe is a network of nothing but zeros and ones. You see? You're just this element in it that's unfortunately out of line. But as long as you're working with yourself and you getting this idea of how to live natural, okay, how to live supernatural, as Dr. Joe Dispenza once shared with us, right? Because by now, everybody on my Facebook page should be supernatural. There shouldn't be really nobody watching and listen to anything that I say that is not a supernatural or beyond. Check. So be sure that you get you some papaya seeds and do not crush them up. Be sure that you just eat them whole. Swallow it like, I don't know, what? You do a pill maybe? Or I mean, like, It's okay. Take some water and just let it sit in your body. Because if you crush them up, it takes the vitality out of the substance and it won't be able to, it'll still do some work. But again, you know my scenario. You don't want to go on a lot and pick a Hyundai when there's a Lamborghini and a Maserati over there and you could have had any car that you want. You always want to pick the best of everything. You always want to do the best in life and everything. Check? Amen. So, what are we working on in Speaking Healthy? Why? Because, again, we sick. I don't care how sick you are, you know, with it when it comes to playing Madden or playing basketball. I don't care how sick you are when it comes to macking women. Oh, you mean you don't talk about? Yeah. You don't care how vicious you are when it comes with your shape shifting. What I'm merely concerned and going to be sharing with us is the idea of how to mentally and spiritually heal us from our sickness, illness, and diseases. Okay? I'm going to start off reading up out of the book, African Holistic Health, where it states that the African healing arts were extraordinary because all physical, mental, and spiritual phenomena were studied, understood, practiced, and taught to his entire society, whereas the European healing arts were kept secret from the European masses and applied as the European physicians saw fit. You're going to be one to listen to this very carefully and don't listen for inconsistencies, illogical or irrationalism. It's not in here. You won't get this from this airway. So it's always what's the great concept of what this man is explaining and how does it apply to the me? Right? That's what God and goddesses do. We don't run from information. Huh? We study everything from the cradle to the grave. Am I clear? You dissect, you digest, and then manifest information into you the best way in which you deem fit. Did I say the best way for my cousin over here, my girlfriend? You know, this is my homie, man. I think that information is nice for me, but what about him? That nigga may not be able to see like you do. She may not be on that same level like you. Don't y'all get different quality of men? So that means you're going to get different quality of information. The same angel come to me don't go to you. You can't handle my angel. You people is too soft on this earth for my angels and messengers and gods. They were scared the living life out of you. What makes you think you can't listen to me? You can be able to listen to my enlighteners or my elders. You can be able to vibrate around them. You won't trust me. I know for sure. I know I put my life on it. And if you do, it's still worth putting my life on it because you are in for goddamn opening up doors into enlightenment and security and wealth and health and prosperity and supremacy and victory. Victory is what you want in everything. Legal status, reading on in the book, African Holistic Health. Legal status had to be erected within the European civil structure to ensure and maintain an ethics of medical standards. The Europeans studied, practiced, and taught their healing arts only to physicians and primarily from its mundane aspect. Their understanding of science and nature was only understood through their perception of their basic. We're going to underline that basic, goddammit. Because that's all you all are. What do you tell your kids? Huh? When they doing something or not thinking right. Use your common sense. See? Everything you speak is only on it. You don't evolve no higher than 33 degrees. And most of you will never even see that. Because y'all ain't part of the lodge or the Eastern Stars. So you in for a lifetime of like 29 reincarnations before you even get the fucking one word out of here, what I'm explaining to you. That's okay. Just prepare to have fun. Get you some nice new shoes. Make sure you always gonna have new shoes. Make sure you got your pacifier. Make sure mommy gonna have you a playpen. You want all the goddamn toys. Set it up now. If you decide and you plan to come back like a nigga in prison, you know where they get the recidivism rate of being in prison so often and frequently from? That of how you niggas is coming in and out of the universe. Look at Northern Greenway lights. You just love it here. This shit is, you think the airports is crowded. Man, I heard the North, hold on. They said the North Pole was backed up and this primary reason for the melting of the ice. You niggas is too, they said niggas draw heat. Stop it, Nate. All right, let's get back serious because we speaking healthy, y'all. We ain't gonna get real. Just keep don't get too real. Just like, you know what I mean? I tell you, listen, people. You are at the greatest time of acknowledging, witnessing, and consciousness. Oh, we need a bell. Huh? If you are at one point and end up to another, from 1 degree to the next, you've already had all your incarnations you're going to get in that last paradigm. All the presidents, at least for the last 6 presidents, told you so. Yeah. The New World Order. When they found America, that was the New World Order. Now that world has ended according to the scriptures. Now they've been telling you for at least this, and don't say we didn't warn you. I've been telling y'all way before Rashad Jamal and all these enlighteners, Blue Pill, Red Pill, Sanchez and them coming here today. I come, and then my elders, Mumia, Nui Mims, and we go on and on and on. Fred Hampton, and all of them. You see? So there was not a generation that we went by where it was not individuals, the gods or goddesses, exclaiming that this is the day and time that will come. You was just totally naive of it and you didn't want to hear it. But guess what? It goes on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. There'll always be hope for you. There'll always be your home to go to. We made it that way, y'all. I made it. We made it where though we will not self-destruct totally. Do you know what would happen if your life was destroyed and you would be no more? They call it the Big Bang Theory. Bye. Boom. You will implode, not explode. Bang. What the fuck? Oh, we got a new star down there. They got their binoculars and telescopes and shit. I think we found more than 9 planets now. Oh, wow. It's not what we have been led to believe. And that's what belief gets you. You should have knew that it was more than 9 planets out there. You see why I don't teach people to believe in nothing? See, because it leaves room for doubt and disappointment. And I hate being disappointed. So I don't believe shit's thing until I find out myself. And then when I smell the shit, just because you say it stink, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, man, that shit stink. I look at you, take another smell. I may do it 3 times because, keeping in the paradigm of 369, the power of the 369. It don't really stink. It's just got an odor. Just like you when you talk. I don't go and say, well, you stink, close your mouth once you go get a goddamn Tic Tac. You know what I'm talking about? So what stinks? You people's been conditioned. Remind me of the joke. The Africans was in the taxi cab. Right? Taxi cab, straight European boy. One of your Bruce Willis type. What's one of the white boys you people like, you women like? You know what I mean? What's his name? Boy George and Bon Jovi and Let's Dance. Y'all got your deodorant and cologne all on. So the Africans in the back, they know, see, they coming from a natural environment. And if you understand anything about what Americans do, they do a lot of things in chemicals. And it's symbolic. It's artificial. It's a lot of, it's not real. None of this is real. You see? So it irritated their senses. It needs maybe 1 or 2 of them. And so they in the back, the Africans, saying about, oh man, this dude stink. Now you got the African boy here, the European boy here up front driving the cab. Looking in the mirror. Like, what the fuck is that smell? He let the window down. They don't use deodorant. They don't use Dove and Irish Spring soap. So naturally, they perspired from that of what they were. Remember, you are what you eat. Check. So because it wasn't a stench or what you call odor that the European man wasn't used to, he thought that they stink and that they needed some Dow deodorant. People, stay away from those products. It has all types of chemicals in it. Okay? You want to get natural toothpaste? If you still got teeth, not like me, don't be like me. I'm almost out of my teeth. But that's my life, and we're working on it. However, and I'm not talking about working on false teeth. We want to work to preserve the teeth that you do have. Had you been eating Skittles and Snicker bars and drinking coffee and shit and alcohol a part-time of your life. See, you got to realize the damage that takes place in the body when we put in it things that aren't conducive. And you think you're going to get away with it? No. To some degree, I don't care how big or how minute, it has to show the cause, the reflection, the effect. You go to the doctor, what they say, you got a stomach ache, oh, I'm throwing up, doc, I don't feel good. He analyze you and tell you, oh, you had some leftover pork chops. That's probably been sitting out. And it got contaminated. And so now you have a stomach virus. Go to Rite Aid, right? They're not going to give you nothing holistic. They don't come holistic. It's a pharmaceutical, a witchery, practice sorcery making company, an entity. And they send you, look, people, I'm telling you what I know. I don't believe shit. All right? Look how they spell Rite Aid. Is that right? Is that how you spell right? What right did you look working with? Because right, if you talk about this right, that's W-R-I-T-E. I think you're missing a W. Whoever spelled them fucking letters on Rite Aid is dumb. They must have been drunk. They forgot to put the W up there. But no, they wasn't talking about that. Was they talking about right as being doing something over that which it shouldn't be done? I don't think so, because that's R-I-G-H-T. Now, I know I didn't graduate school, but I know some things, people. Okay? You're going to have to trust in me. And that what I do know, I'm going to tell you. Are we clear? So what right is it then? Well, Nate, first of all, how do you spell it? I kind of forgot. I'm really not close to a Rite Aid right now. And I don't know how these. I never even looked up at it. It never even dawned on me. That's cool. I know. Some people do. They walk around and they just totally unconscious of everything going on. They spell it R-I-T dash A-I-D. That's the Rite Aid that's printed on the building that y'all been going in. Has anybody ever questioned why is it spelled that way? Because that's not really right, sir. Now, this when the witch come out, though, or the warlock, the wizard. Well, actually, my friend, it is quite right. It is the root word of ritual. We didn't want to put the whole word up there in front of you because you might not came in and got my poison, my synthetic drugs. You see? Because I'm not going to give it to you holistic like Dr. Africa or Dr. Sebi or Nate the Great or KT Arch Degree. You know what I mean? Who else? It's another. I'm gonna give shots out for energy out there to brother Alkaline. You know? Yeah. No. This is about making money. I am not in the healing. The medical profession of this country is not intended to heal you, people. They know that. They'll tell you that. You don't think they know what I know? I'm reading it. You don't think they know who this man is? Look who is recommended by. So you don't think they know this? Go to a doctor one day. Well, I don't want to wish that on you. However, let me tell you, if an individual goes to the doctor, right, and let's say, hypothetically, an individual ends up with some terminal illness, and it has to be remedied in the European manner. Let's say cancer, and then you get chemotherapy. Now, a lot of people don't like the chemotherapy. So what they do, you can actually ask this doctor, tell the doctor, you rather not go that way, and you prefer a more holistic or a natural way of healing. Do you have any ideas? Do you know they have to tell you yes? They know. They're not, see, by contract, they can't come to you like that. But if you come to them, then that's a different story. They have to give you the correct answer. They're professional, remember? They're professionals in what they do. You see? So let's continue reading on, because a lot of this is going to become clear in the readings and the words that we hear here. So Dr. Africa has succinctly and accurately explained in this book, African Holistic Health, the neglect of the European medical system to teach its practitioners how to develop their higher senses to assist in gaining a deeper understanding of an accurate alignment with nature. Now, they do know that. They get to the highest. This is their height is what Elon is bringing to the table. And this is what my enlighteners did not explain to us for whatever reason. It's not important. Maybe, yeah, I don't think they had the insight for it. They were only here for that time to do what they were supposed to do, and that was drop the information. Now it's time for it to be explained, which is the time of what I'm doing. You see? You have the knowledge, the wisdom, and then there's the understanding, or what you call the understanding. And that's the way 3, 6, and 9. Notice that, right? So that's the way that everything formulates in this paradigm. And no faster. You can't put the wisdom before knowledge. You can't put understanding before knowledge. What are you going to understand if I ain't tell you nothing? Stay in line. You see? So this is the time of the awakening, so says our astrologers and our numerologists. Okay? So me as being a teacher must explain to you in formatted professional form. This is what teachers do / coach. Okay? Because there ain't no difference. Let me stay on track. Break down what everything else that you've been going through in America. You got all the knowledge, right? All the stories is coming out now. All the history, right? Everything is being known. What's under the water, what's in the Grand Canyons, what's not in the skies, you know what I'm talking about? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So now we need somebody who is going to be explaining that how, like, milk does the body good, but you never asked and questioned whose body. This is the part where we all are failing at. And this is why we're having still a problem uniting as a people. You niggas don't know still to this day who you are. You got people still want to give the babies cow's milk. You got men still want to have sex with men. You got women still want to have sex with women. You got humans acting like lions and tigers eating flesh. No, you just all twisted and mixed up and confused. And you expect to live a heavenly, prosperous, good quality of life? No, y'all got a remedy of a continuum of a hellish state of existence. That's all you got. Maybe periodically, if you go to church on Sundays with a time of retrieval, or the synagogue on Saturday, or the mosque on Fridays, from all the bullshit throughout the week. Look what they call it. Everything you've been doing that made you weak. Now you come Saturday, your week ends. And Sunday, You go get more garbage filled in your brain from out of those walls. I don't care what wall it is. I ain't gonna just pick on the church, the synagogue, and all that. Those are all cults. What is it, a cult? When you more than one nigga gathered together and agreeing on one thing. They call me a cultist. Nigga, I'm by myself. What is wrong with y'all? I told you confused upside down and backwards. You ain't supposed to be agreeing with nothing I'd say or do. You're supposed to be finding out what best suits and fits you. If in fact cucumbers is agreeable to you, then by all means tear some cucumbers up. We on the same page with that. You know, at least you got somebody you can go out with and do something. We can eat cucumbers, niggas. I like cucumbers. That's my friend. Yeah, I got a friend too, man. This nigga love cucumbers. But I'm not eating cucumbers because you eat cucumbers. I know people don't eat no motherfucking cucumbers. No vegetables, no fruit. Meat all day. That's the life that they figures that's best for them. Now, is it always going to be an indication that the person is living it right and that they right with the judgmental? No. That's why it's a continuous of working on ourselves, people. Cleansing myself from all the things that is not natural of what I came to earth for. You see? This is what you got to figure out, what you come here to do, what you come here for. Some people came here to be a bouncer or a linesman for the NFL. I won't make it. I'm tall enough, but I don't eat enough for the weight. So they gotta eat a lot. You think you'll make it sumo wrestling? You gotta eat a lot. You gotta gain weight. I can't take the consequences and repercussions of eating a lot. So that's not for me. So I will never play guard, tackle, defensive end, nose tackle, center. I will never be a bouncer. There's no way you're going to pay me thousands of dollars unless you knew that I had sharp skills and I can do what I do with what I have. But you get the point. It don't necessarily take a big person to take somebody out. But most times they know that big shit is an impression on people, so they fear that. Most people don't know the arts of pressure points and how to enable a human being or anything, a dog, let alone a dog, or alligator. You know, they panic and they frantic, and therefore that creature gets the best of them. But if you know exactly what to do to stabilize your aggressor, then you take anything out in the universe, no matter how big it is. All you need is the right knowledge. You see? So I'm sure I got off of where we was at with on point or whatever we was talking about, but nevertheless, it's all going to make good sense. What we want to do, continue on what we have already on the table, and that's the concept and the idea of how the African healing arts required all of its practitioners to undergo an intense study of self. Now, I want you to notice the difference between that of the African and the European. Check. An intense study of self. I'm going to say that 3 times. You black man, you need to go under an intense study of yourself and to understand how oneself was or is unique, yet related to the whole, and to be able to identify one's divine life purpose. See, many of you niggas in here are not here to live divinely. You have not yet reached that stage. The ancient, in ancient times, you all required all of its citizens to identify themselves just as the practitioners of its healing arts were required to, through the ambiguous rites of passage ceremonies. The most unique property of the ancient times in our society was their melanin content. Yes, you had your ancestors, with your ancestors. I don't like the terminology ancestor. I don't use it. Like I don't use the word. I can't. There's a lot of the English words, because of it casts spells, should not be used. Because it demoralizes, degrading, and it's low frequency and vibration. It's not, for instance, when you greet people in the morning, what do you all say? You don't say Salam Alaikum, peace God, high vibes, grand rising, nothing of the sort. You look beautiful, that'll do. Like, make me smile. You talking about hello. What you working with? Good morning. I ain't morning shit. Fuck you. That's how I be feeling. Like, you tell me good morning, I be like, man, fuck you. You go mourn, nigga. You bad morning to you. Good morning. So stop talking, because you don't even know what you're talking about. You witches, you spell casting, and you don't even know it. And like they said in Matrix, it's you niggas that keep it real. That's the only reason why this bullshit goes on. Voting. Nigga, you the one ran out there and grabbed the ballot and placed it in the witch's box and cast the spell. Not me. You got, So you were all aware of the complete bands of life forces composing the entire electromagnetic spectrum. Did you know that? And now today, you don't even know what an electromagnetic spectrum is. Damn, they did a good job on you. God damn. So we got a lot of work to do, people. We're not here to beat ourselves down. We're building and destroying. For the rest of this day, whatever left in it, you need to be destroying all. And the Bible says, come out of her. Can anybody get in the comment section and put what does her mean? Let me check Facebook for a minute. YouTube. Oh, shoot. All right. I'm going to send some energies out to Hurricane JW. Hurricane JW. Yes. May you continue to become the great being in which you are intended for yourself to be. All right? Listen, people, we can't be no more than that. We can never be no more than what we of ourselves. We can never be no more of ourselves than what we think for and of ourselves. Check. So yeah, let's get back to the idea, the mindset that Dr. Laylola Africa was coming out of. You see? So again, through their melanin, they were capable. Well, let's say I said we were all at one time all aware of the complete bands of life forces composing the entire electromagnetic spectrum. Through their melanin, they were capable of perceiving. Are we clear with this? This is how the information is transformed, people. We need melanin, and everything has melanin in it. It's different degrees. No one better than the other. Stop thinking. I don't need you thinking that. The darker the skin, the deeper the roots, or the hotter the juice, or whatever that slogan is. We don't want to. We're not running around here talking about, oh, if I ain't black like this, I ain't black. I'm not powerful. I'm not melanated. I can't be the supreme God. That's not what I'm saying here. You have to learn to know thyself. It takes umpteen years to grow into the concept of how the power of just melanin alone works. These people, scientists, so-called scientists of today, are still and just only beginning to get a little glimpse of the workings and the vibration and functioning of our melanin. That's why they call it 97% of it junk DNA. Now y'all know I ain't no scientist or in none of that field, but god damn it, I ain't stupid. I know how to add up things and make sense of it. Through their melanin, they were capable of perceiving and interacting with television waves. Remember, you used to do that when the TVs was analog? You found out that you could come in and stand next to the TV and fuck up mom's whole program. She throw a shoe at you. See, a lot of you didn't even know you was able and capable of doing that. You didn't even learn that until I just now told you. And some of you did it, but now like, oh shit, yeah, I remember I used to do that. Yeah, that was you. That wasn't the TV programming or the radio station or the airplane flying by. I'm not gonna say not all the time. Yeah, sometimes it may have been that, but that was rare. That only happens now because they went from analog to digital. So yeah, they're gonna have an interference. But when it was analog, you were still capable of interfering with the television waves. Huh? Yes, you were. Radio waves, cosmic, laser, and even X-rays. Through your activated melanin, and we're almost time to go. We're gonna wrap it up. All right. Through your activated, notice we're using terminology or the word activated here. Melanin, you can perceive visions of the far and near past, present, and future projected upon your mind. The same way that images are projected to us today through our cell phones and our TVs, through their neuromelanin. It's called neuromelanin. Check. they were able to, or you are able, we are able to hear conversations afar. Yeah. Today you need mushrooms, maybe some cannabis plant, some blue lotus, some type of enhancer. And that's perfectly fine if that's what you're doing it for. Because again, we are living and we are learning to and living to be healthy. Right? So remember, at one time you fell to such a degree where you were not of yourself. You had to eat the cocoa plant. You see? This is why the Egyptians was found with mushrooms, with this in their system, because they're hallucinogens. And what does hallucinogens do? If you didn't know, it alters your state of existence. They tell you consciousness. They right, but you don't know what consciousness is. You don't. You just take it on face value. Oh, I'm altered. I'm smoking weed. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna get hungry. So you are able to hear conversations from afar and converse with people afar using radio waves perceived and transmitted through their neuromelanin. Oh, you think you can't do that? How do you explain when you call your boyfriend? Huh? Or your significant other? And they tell you they was just thinking about you. Or you asked wifey, did you want me to bring home some bell peppers for the night for tonight's serving? And she says, you must have been reading my mind. Well, guess what? You pretty much was. It's called neuromelanin. Transformation of information. Melanin has the capacity to resonate and respond to all frequencies of the electromagnetic spectrum. We need to be clear on that. Why do you think they'll poison you such? Why do you think, tell me, why do you think that there's so many chemicals in your food that's banned in other countries? You must be something phenomenal that has to be kept under siege. Let me break that spell. Break that spell. That's done with. That's over with. You are now free. You're sovereign, my niggas. You're very much sovereign now. So as always, we never have enough time to get into the ending of the session, because I still got even this book to read. I got some material out of here. So here's what I'm gonna do. Just keep it on track with that, and make sure let the next video, make sure you catch it if you want to be informed, because it's going to be a lot of juicy information we're going to get into. I'm going to read to you and tell you about what sugar is. Yeah. We're using sugar. Oh, yeah. We're going to get into what it does to us and what it is. What it is and what it does to us. Oh, yeah. All right. So, in closing, I'm going to state that out of the book of African Holistic Health, the amount of melanin contained within one's body establishes innately the potential of an individual to perceive and interact with melanin. However, the mindset of the individual determines if one can consciously perceive or interact and manipulate the multi-frequencies of the electromagnetic spectrum. And this is why, people, you let these white folks dominate over you. Facts. So don't worry about it. We're going to clean that up. Black without any fear. We don't want nobody fearing. All right. If the Chinese don't fear, well, they might now because they've been eating all the wrong foods too. And that's the only reason why you fear. Well, I ain't gonna say the only reason, but that's gonna be pretty much the underlying reason. It's the chemicals that you're putting in your body. Because the chemicals is enabling you to think properly. You thought it'd be marijuana. No, they lied to you. You know they're gonna trick you. They're gonna they're gonna tell you everything vice versa to keep you away from it. So that means everything that's really bad that they say is bad for you is actually good. Everything they say good for you is actually bad. Notice how they keep changing every year. Oh, one time coffee was good for you. Next year they say, oh, you know what? Coffee is no good. You shouldn't drink. No. Next year they come back and tell you, oh, you know what? Coffee is no good, but you now should drink a half a cup of coffee because we think that is going to make you, you laugh harder. You know what I mean? Like, they never write or show anything. It's always the change. That means is what? What did I teach you? It's not real. Because anything that's real doesn't die. It doesn't cease to exist. And that means that's you. You're the only thing that don't die. You don't you can be changed. You can change because that's what you will, and something else is going to do it for you. However, the, the, the essence of what you are remains forever and ever and ever. All right. So until the next time we get together, I'm going to come back and talk more health, right? But I want you to think. Just say to yourself 3 times in the morning and 3 times at night that what you want to do for yourself in a constructive manner. Now, I don't want you to say 3 times, oh, I wish I get 30 ounces, a kilo of coke so I could get rich. Or, something, degrading, demoralizing, negative. No. It has to, I mean, I'm not going to say it's not going to work, but this is not what we advocate here. This is not a satanic airwave. This is God's airwave. This is a God frequency. Okay? We don't worship no God. We become the God. In fact, anything anybody worship, and this is just my intelligence. I don't know about what you think, but anybody who practices and do and worship a certain thing over a substantial amount of time ultimately has to become it. That's just the laws of physics here. Do you know what the mother of perfection is? Huh? Practice. What they say, practice makes perfect. So stop running around here talking about that you not perfect and you never will be perfect and you can't become perfect. That's them preachers teaching. And they only tell you that so you could keep coming back giving them your money. They don't work. Where you think they're going to get money from? You! It's a hustle. Feeding off your ignorance. The biggest money-making scam is being done on the ignorance of the masses. Look at NASA. They got you niggas thinking that you spinning and you can take a trip up outer space. And they get $78 trillion a day. So people, wake up. Stop letting other entities harness off your energy. Become sovereign. Take back your power. Until the next time, think healthy and eat healthy.
future. Brother, tell me what you gonna do for the nowadays future. You see, I'm a doctor, I am here singing and rejoicing. But if you listen with your heart, I know you're really gonna hear children voices. They're already singing. But can't you hear them and children singing? I can't hear the children voices. I can't hear the children singing.
I'm in the right. You make the next move, but let the next move be your best move. Give thanks and praise to yourself, man. Be grateful for the life that you had. Be grateful for the existence that you had. Wait for the new time. Wait for the new season. Wait for the new development of that with all the work that you put in of those 12 months. So when the new year comes, not in January, but when the change of the season, which is normally around April, you blossom into a nice, beautiful plant or something. You know what I mean?